Nothing special. I have a lot of numbers, but I'm just leaving it alone for now. It's just not the right time to get into the numbers. There's just too many of them, and it's not clicking. And most of my videos are getting chopped up, so I'm just going to write them on paper, and when it comes time, I'll come back in. You like my pants? I had nothing to do one day, so I decided to draw up these pants. See the people in the water? All under the water. Well, why not under the water? It's all about Blue Jeans 505, isn't it? Gwen? When are the soldiers going to just drop their guns and fly home in the planes they have? It's time they come home. Alfred Weber seems to be untangling what has been to be a knit suit for the U.S., and he's tearing it apart. And like I've been saying, planes, trains, and automobiles, play the Monopoly. Check the games of Monopoly around the world and see what they say. The 9/11 corner of free parking knocked down the Twin Towers of New York, and the 9/11 corner of visiting jail knocked out the children in Connecticut. Marvin Gardens, I'm not quite sure where that is. I do know that the Prince is on there, and he's 64. 6 by 4 is the 24-hour day, 6 and 4 is 10. 34 equals to number 1, 3 and 4 is 7, 7 and 1 is now 8. J and G. Another King George, I guess. What's going on, man? Is the moon real? You see, if you want to know who I am, I don't think anything is real. I take it the way it is because I have no other choice. I look up in the sky, I see a moon. For me, I used to feel trapped into this big universe, and I no longer feel trapped because I know that we're not alone. I know that EIEIO is 5959. It's talking about time. I know there are many other cycles and scenarios that go the same way. EINSTEIN, the state of EINSTEIN. Also, it shows up in the mathematical of pi of 3.1415, 1415, NO, get on, get off, take the nuts off. That's what it says in the letters. It even says death to Einstein in the letters. Don't forget, E and A are the first and fifth vowels. Within them, we take 1 and 2, we take 1 and 4 and 2 and 3. Why? Because 5 is the center. 1 and 4 is 5, 2 and 3 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. Creates 9/11. Pretty simple. A, B, C, D. The total of it is 10. And that's the corner where everything happens. Boardwalk, go, and the Mediterranean. Take over Atlantic City, and now take over Israel. Connecticut, I think, is around the corner from St. Charles. Who is St. Charles on the other 9/11 corner of visiting jail? New York, the 20th property, the 19th on the roll from go. 20 plus 19 is 39. That says a perfect 10, or a perfect match. It's the maximum you can get. 3 numbers. Where is my wheel here? 3 numbers on this wheel in a row. Total 72. The next 9 in black, total 86. 72, 86 works out right onto my number and an order starting at the 0. Not this side, but this side. Let me start over here. 32 and 19 is 51, area 51, and 15 in between makes 66 to start over. 70 is the resh. This is the cube of 777 in the 2 worlds. Here's the quarter of the mind, the 1 spirit of 7 I just spoke about. Here's the 34 I just spoke about, and it's double the 17, which creates the 6 man. And here's the 3 by 9 area I was telling you is 27. I can go around this whole wheel, but you won't understand. Back it up. 15 and 4 is 19, and 2 is 21, and 17 is 38. Whoa, that's the moon starting of the cycle. 38 and 6 is 44, Barack Obama. 13 presidents from the 31st president, 44, Barack Obama. 44 and 13 is Heinz, 57. 57 and 11 is 68 instead of 86. 68 and 8 is 76, the spirit of 76, and 10 is 86. So the 9 black here make 86, and the first 3 red here make 72. 3 red, 9 black, 3 and 9. We just spoke about those numbers 2 minutes ago. Oh, I'm sorry, I did. Hey man, what's going on? Do I have to be schizophrenic, retarded, and mentally incapacitated that I can't do what I do? Because I see something different? Because I disagree? You disagree with the law, I disagree with the moon. You disagree with choices of others. I disagree with the solar system. I disagree that we go around the sun. We don't go a straight line around the sun. Nothing goes straight. If you go straight, you run into a wall, a wind wall. You can't go through it, and it's a matrix system. Otherwise, we all drop or we rise. Just like the bread, the dough, one of the reasons for the matzah is to remind us is how we keep afloat in the middle of nowhere. Scary as shit, because last night again had these dreams, really crazy. I saw 2 moons. I looked down, I saw one, I looked up, I saw another one. Moons and snakes and pharaohs, Egyptians. So where are my dreams taking me? When I go to bed at night, I do my prayer. From the north, the east, the west, and the south. North, east, west, south. It says news. Bring me the news of the universe from all eternity. From the inward and outward spirals. Why are they the inward and outward spirals? Have you ever seen a snowblower go? When it turns, this side is slanted this way. This side is slanted this way, bringing the snow to the center. Keeping everything centered, always in the front or always following. There has to be attention. Attention! Now the question is, why does there have to be attention? When there's a pressure, it's easier to keep your balance. Pretty much simple. When you're walking, there's a tension. If you run, you feel the tension. The gravity pulls you back down to the ground. But within your own mind, you can lower your head, get in the right angle to cut through it. We're always bending. Nobody walks straight. Going around the sun, it's more like this. More like a dolphin jumping in and out of the water. So we see the jump and say, wow, what a beautiful dolphin. He jumps out of the water. Well, relate it to the universe. Look at the penguin that marries one woman. Relate it to life. Everything in the Bible, everything in a book you read, all has a relationship of some sort, and everybody knows that. You don't need me here, in which you probably won't see this until the year 2000 and... Who wants to guess what I'm going to say next? What year? This video will not get 100 hits until the year 2014, like near December. Or people are going to understand that I'm onto something, and of course I'm onto something. You find a dinosaur bone, you dig it in the ground, you see how deep you dug, you see the levels of the earth, and voila. You know when the dinosaur was born? That's what you think. You might be right. And then again, you could be totally wrong. When you say 100, is what? 100 pennies? 100 seconds? A minute 40? A minute 40. Plus the 1 is 141. The access of all is all in 1 for 1 and 1 for all. Robin Hood. The Knights of the Templars. The Knights of the Round Table. The Illuminati. To light up 1. 1 is lit. Numbers. Oh, I have 1 or 2 or 2 for 4. Now you take these numbers. I'm thinking of 1. But I'm not talking about a number. I'm talking about a person. Do you have something for me? Do you have something to give to me? I have to tell you one thing. I have to tell you two things. But you don't say, do you have one for tree? Oh yeah, we sure do have one for tree, because 3 is reserved. It's number 1, the passage, and it also has to do with E for earth, and the 5th letter in the alphabet is 5. It's in the center. Everybody knows, jumping again off subjects, that if we can just stay in our own countries and grow our own food and spade the cats or the kittens, there must be a way to live a little bit differently. What, should we just have all babies and then everything would just grow and grow and grow and grow? Don't you remember when things grew and grew and grew and grew, what happens at the end? We all fall down. Too many bridges to cross and too many guards in our way. We all know the land is crooked. They just picked off something on Obama, and I read an article about Harper, how he's the next one to go down because of his malicious ways. I'm just reading off the forum off the internet right now. I'm not going to give you a site because it wouldn't be fair. But you know what? They took the Indians off the rivers. They threw them a little bit on each end, and then they said, "Poof! Up and smoke the Indians." But I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so, my friends. I don't think they should be puffed off the map. I believe most of them, more than anything else, the Indians from Mexico and all over the world. I'm feeling a little hot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that done good enough. But I'm feeling a little hot. Under the collar? Things seem to be above my head lately. Never quite sure. Always a little nervous. Trapped up in one box inside my own mind. But not only do I have a box around my head, we are all starting to be boxed in. It's just too bad the rich and famous don't come on and look at this shit. Because it's time we all wake up, focus, and put things together. I said something a long time ago, but I could be quite wrong. I thought Hollywood was going to come and save us. And then I read in another article all the implications with the communications and networks of newspapers, etc., and I'm starting to think, how deep are the claws inside of Hollywood? You don't see too many movies on the Pope out of Hollywood, eh? Well, the Da Vinci Code. And that didn't turn out too good. They were showing us the truth. There you go. Ingrained in my head. What else can you say? Will it fall off? Won't fall off. Come on, fall off, fall off. You see that? Red sticks to you. Now that I pulled around enough inside this video, what am I going to do next? I'm not too sure, but this is the new Canadian money. Look how wrinkled it gets. I mean, because you gotta, you know why I do this? Because there's always another one stuck to it. So I have to, just make sure it's not. But don't put this in the microwave oven, because this bar over here, She disappears. I seem to almost have lost one, but we are in the 20 worlds. Now remember, even the change in your pocket, the dollars are the change. What once was in Canada the $2 bill is now the $2 coin. What was once the $1 bill is now the $1 coin. We have 85 regular dollars. We have $3.41 in change. The same thing that was changed in the U.S., except they kept their $1 bill. Try to figure out why. There's a reason for it. It's not just, oh, wow, let's just change our money. No, it's in the matrix system. It's the computer. It tells everybody what has to be done in order to get it done right. And guess what? The computer's got lots of patience. If you don't do something right, it will know. It's in the system. I don't know exactly how it works. The minute you pass your hand and you feel the air move, there's a reason for it. And don't give me any scientific stuff. I don't want to hear it. This entire world is being pulled down on an angle with magnets. If you actually wanted to go around this Earth through the prime meridian or through the equator, you would actually have a sideways bow tie, a little bit crooked, more or less like the Budweiser beer bow tie. North would be actually like that, not that, that. Even if you're on the Earth and you have to go, you still have to go that way. But we're on a point. We're in a sphere. The whole thing is, we might just be inside that sphere and we're all flat, like Columbus says. Just because you sail the oceans and the 7 seas doesn't mean the world is not flat. The oceans would be on the bottom. Then you put the land on top. You put them here, here, here on different levels. Put some sand down. Pull in the beaches. Pour some sand. Hey man, look at that. Mother Earth, built just for us. Raphael, 7286, on the constellation of Pegasus. Again, I always ask this question. Who would you consider more nuts? Hey boys, stay down. That ain't fair. Yeah, the shaft. Don't shaft me now. Yeah, you're nuts, but I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about this one over here. I know you hold my information down there. Just keep it in your pants, all right? I don't need any of your information right now. You ever see what it does? It creates pearls. That's the way I see it. Slept with this girl the other night. Looked at her back, and I says, hey, you got pearls on your back. She goes, no, man, don't you remember what you did? I go, oh, yeah, crack the coconut. I'm sorry, what was your name again? I'm only kidding. I'm not that kind of guy. Now we can end it off with Raphael, 7286. Half of it is 36, half is 18, half is 9. Ha-ha, that's who I am. But when you split around 86, it's 43. 4 and 3 is 7. 4 by 3 is 12. 10 and 9, off the go. You're in New York, the Big Apple, and that's where we are. Thank you.